Phone's almost dead, so you guys are gonna have to deal with a short video. Sorry. Today is chapter 25 of Way of Kings, The Butcher. Let's get into it. Back to more flashback. We are dealing with Kaladin as the Bright Lord of his city has been replaced by this new guy, and Kaladin also overhears some gossip about surgeons, and he's not very nice to them initially. Getting into this, I want to talk about some plot predictions, and then I'll talk about some theme stuff. Firstly, I think that this Bright Lord is going to do something very bad to his family that Kaladin could have stopped, but doesn't, and that will end up driving him towards hating Bright Lords, but his thought is, oh, this is a bad Bright Lord, and then eventually I'll work my way into becoming a Bright Lord to show that they can be good, and then that leads into my previous prediction about the further plot of the book. We'll see if that's correct. Secondly, I think it would be a lot more interesting if the Bright Lord just turned out to, he had a bad day that day or something, and he actually does bond with Kaladin and still behaves bad to the other guy because of racism or any number of other extraneous factors. Because if it's a person that Kaladin likes, who then treats his family bad for whatever reason, that is a lot more compelling. Other than that, I think it's interesting how insightful his mother is as far as realizing things about how people behave, and that the townsfolk are just afraid because they are in a position of lower power. They're in a position where the surgeon guy is over them and isn't abusing his power, so they don't know how much he could abuse his power if he chose to begin abusing it, and therefore they're sort of preemptively afraid, and I think all that is subconscious. I'm excited to see what happens with this new Bright Lord, although I have a newfound appreciation for the timing of the background chapters, because they do function as we know what's going to end up happening to Kaladin, that he's going to end up becoming a soldier, which is a lot sadder than being the surgeon, I think. I do hope that the background does end with Kaladin wanting to be a surgeon and perhaps failing the exam or something and then having to be a soldier off of it, although I don't think that's going to happen. That would be a lot more interesting for his character, but we shall see. If you're excited to hear my reactions to anything that ends up happening further in the book, make sure you tune in Monday, and to get notifications when I upload on Monday, make sure that you
Like and subscribe now!